Oh, you said it's heating up? It's heating up over
heating
there?
up, boy. Heating up, man. We've been in the high 70s, low 80s, and it's just been cool and breezy the entire time. Then now randomly, it's just hot and humid. Same temperatures, but the humidity finally hitting. It's just like, oh my God. Woo, boy, it's getting rough.
Well, I'm glad because we over here suffering, man. I don't even like to go outside during the day. Hit me in the morning before 9 o'clock, and I'll see outside like after 7 o'clock. Any time between then, unless I'm outside because of work has me outside. We ain't outside, baby. We ain't outside.
Ain't outside. I mean, you ain't dealing with that dry heat either that much in your particular area of the state, are you?
It's humid, man. Super humid.
Yeah.
Dumb humid. So I get what you're talking about on the humidity level, but we almost triple digits, back to triple digits again. Like we already hit triple digits, but we almost back to it.
Whoo, boy, y'all suffering, boy.
Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it that much. Like I love the warm, mild winters, but summertime come around.
Yeah.
Yeesh. Stay safe.
Yeah, man.
But regardless, though, man. Regardless, I'll tell you one thing that weather is good for.
What's that?
Pontoon weather. Pontoon weather.
Hey, man. Pontoon weather. I hear you, man. I hear you. I need to get me one so I can go enjoy it. That pontoon life.
Yeah. So after the last episode, we talked a little bit off air, off camera, post show, talking about that boat life, man. Since last week, between last week and this week, I haven't drank the Kool-Aid. I have.
You all in?
I'm all in, man. I've been looking at videos of pontoon boats. My algorithm on TikTok and Instagram, they just keep popping up boats and people talking about boats and fishing, and I'm thinking about getting into fishing a little bit too now.
Considering the fishing and all.
Considering fishing too. Give me a pontoon boat, chilling with a cigar, riding around, blasting some good tunes and throwing out a fishing pole.
It's so peaceful though. It's peaceful to go fishing.
Like I like literally I've sipped the Kool-Aid, man. And I'm there. I think I want to get a fishing pole now.
Sports fishing?
I ain't bit by the bug, but I'm curious. Say what?
You sports fishing if you do it, or you actually fishing to feed?
I'm trying to get some bass. No, you're talking about to eat.
Okay.
I mean,
I mean to feed.
Get some fish to eat. You know what I'm saying? Feed the family. You know what I'm saying? Cut some fish up and fry them. I'll fry for the family. I'll do that.
You eat fish?
Not anymore. Not since I've been a vegetarian.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought you was. That's why I said, feed others, not to actually eat yourself.
But you know I love fish, man. You know I've been a seafood connoisseur.
Yeah, but you're out the game.
3 years or so I'm out the game. Yeah, I'm out the game. Even with the papados on my daughter's birthday and couldn't eat a thing in there. That was painful. That was painful. I was just in papados eating bread and salad and potatoes.
Ugh. Disgusting.
Just looking at everybody fish, man. Like, man, that grouper sure look good. Man, that swordfish.
Man, I had papados last weekend that you mentioned it.
Oh, did you?
I don't know how you went there and didn't eat nothing, bro. You tripping.
Hey, willpower. I don't know how I'm surviving, but yeah, I was able to go into a papados and sit down and watch everybody else play come out looking delicious and delectable. Magnificent. Chef's kiss. And just hold my head down and eat my dry potato.
Hey, bro. I feel you, man. That's a very sad story you just gave me, and I'm disgusted by it. But at the same time, though, man, I do appreciate the fact that you're still willing to catch your reel and bring in a little something for others to enjoy, man.
Yeah, man.
Because I haven't been fishing in a very long time, but I think about going fishing a lot, man. I need to go ahead and just make a move on it. I do, man. I do. You know, I got my little boys and stuff, man, so I kind of wouldn't mind taking them out there and just letting them get a moment. You know what I'm saying?
Go get some reels, man, and just have them just throw them out there.
Man. You know, show them my pops, and we all just go. 3 generations, just have a moment. You know what I mean?
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Book that one. Write that down, book it, and get them boys out there, man. And I'm pretty sure your pops will enjoy the experience too. Fishing with his boy and his grandsons.
Yeah, man. It'd be good times, man. Ah, man, but I can't do it where you at because I ain't trying to be in 100-degree weather while I'm doing it. Somewhere.
Yeah,
Not
I'm
by
gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait till October. I have to wait till
Yeah.
October. Or if you have the pontoon boat, the pontoon got the cover. You know what I'm saying? Nice little atmosphere. Some I even have some ventilation out there. So
man, you got to send me some models you interested in, man. You got to send me some models,
I've
man.
been looking at them. I've been looking at them. So get the right pontoon. No matter what the weather is. No matter what the weather is. It's too hot outside. Sun shining. Pontoon to get you right.
It is misty. Missed out on you or something like that.
Yeah, some misters and all that stuff. I've been looking at all of them. So right now, prices like I'm not looking at price. I just want to know what's out there, right? Now whether I can afford that or not just yet, I just want to know what's out there.
We ain't got that there yet.
Give me all the extremes so I can just see what's happening because I don't know anything about the world of fishing and pontooning and pontoon life and all that good stuff. I'm trying to see what's out there. I want to know. So get you the right one. It don't matter what the weather is. It's always pontoon
Still
weather.
Gonna be good. Man, this is amazing, man. Because there's somebody that's gonna hear this and be like, "I'm with the boat life, man," and it's an aficionado somewhere that's disgusted with the fact we don't know this, and this is just his lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Man, it's about time y'all talked about this. This is what I've been wanting to hear." Boat life, we ain't got a lot to offer for it, man. We're curious though.
Curious. The curiosity is there, and you give me about 2 or 3 months. I'm not gonna be an expert, but I'm gonna be very knowledgeable. I dive in. I'm trying to dive in. I'm trying to dive into the whole idea of it.
Yeah.
So there will be more talks for anybody who is interested. There'll be more talks.
Yeah, man. So man, let's dive into the extra cigars this week that we smoking, man.
Yeah, because I've been puffing mine like crazy, man. Mine's been it's been a good smoke so far. Of course,
you popped your name across the bottom, and I was like, "Who?" When I first caught a glimpse at it,
So this was the second time I've smoked this brand. I haven't had this one in years. So I remember the last time I saw this, I walked into a humidor when I was still in Virginia, and they had the nice little displays with the boxes, and it had one of the first displays that kind of shows you what the cigar should have, like the complexities and the different tasting notes that you should have, like little descriptions. So I thought that was cool when I first saw it, and then I came back to it. So I picked this one up a couple of weeks ago. I've been taking very good care of it in my humidor. Yes, my humidor has been humidified to the appropriate humidity. Got to make sure it's when the weather gets real. I've been treating my humidors right, man. I've been very responsible. So it's been holding up really well. So this is I never figured out how to say it, but I think it's Crux. I'm gonna go with Crux or Crux.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Crux.
Crux looks right.
So it's the LE Limitada. This is the show. Specifically, the cigar that I'm smoking is, I think it's like the nickname is the show. So I don't know why they call it the show. I need to do some research on is this the coup de grace of the Crux lineup, the LEs and the Limitadas or whatever, but it's put on a show so far. Like it has been not necessarily a showstopper, but it's been a showman. It's definitely been a showman so far. I've had some really great notes based on the box. So I'm gonna give it like a little precursor to this. Before I give the makeup of this particular cigar, but the box on it said it's earthy, creamy, and nutty. Pause.
Big pause.
Yeah, very
no Diddy.
Yeah, very Diddy
very
like.
Diddy like.
But earthy, creamy, and nutty. These are the complexities of the cigar that you're supposed to be able to pick up. Let's see the makeup of this stick. We got Nicaraguan. Is it through and through? Through and through? Let me go back. I had it in front of me and I just lost it.
No Diddy.
Here we go. So the wrapper's Nicaraguan, binder's Connecticut broadleaf, filler is Dominican and Nicaraguan. So we got a kind of a mixed bag. So I guess that's why I maybe call it the show. We got a mixed bag. So we're all over the place with the Connecticut broadleaf binder, the wrapper Nicaraguan, filler is Dominican and Nicaraguan. Nice little mixed bag.
Yeah.
But so far so good.
Man. Well, I don't think mine. I haven't looked at my information yet. I pulled it up, but I ain't look at it. But I got My Father's number 4 Lancero.
Lancero. Yeah, I saw the Lancero. Like, ooh, Lance. I ain't touched the Lancero in a minute. But is this back-to-back weeks on My Father's? Back-to-back weeks?
Yeah, back-to-back, man.
Okay. I can't even be mad about that.
No. I think last week I had the organic placencia.
You did.
Or was it?
You did. Yeah, it was a placencia.
The week before might have been My Father's before that. No, you're confused with my regular life. My regular life with show.
Yeah. I know what it was. Yeah. You had texted me and told me that you had you was finishing up My Father's.
Yeah. I had a Bijou 1922 during the week. So yeah, that's where My Father. I'm like, I have had a My Father's. Where is this coming from? But yeah, that's it. So anyway, with this particular stick, this is a Habano wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan filler, and Nicaraguan origin. And that's what I got on it. Okay. I think it said it was 7.5 inch length also, something like that. So yeah.
Okay. Got some length on it.
No diddy. Little thin cigar, so you can see
I like those Lanceros. The Lanceros are cool because sometimes, like, I remember the first time I smoked one, I thought it was gonna burn fast. Like man, this is kind of a thin gauge. Like it's a nice, smooth, slow burn, and it gives you a lot of flavors as it burns through that length of that cigar. With it being that long and having a whole lot of tobacco to filter through.
Yeah,
it's a great ride. Anytime I've had any of those Lanceros.
Yes, it's always an interesting thing, man. Like you said, you expect it to go a lot quicker than it does. It hangs around for a long time, and it's something that you probably won't do all the time as your typical smoker. Every now and then it's cool to switch it up, man. And when I noticed My Father's had a Lancero, I was like, well, I gotta try that, So it's like, let me get that.
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad you said a word, like nice little buzzword that just stuck out to me. You said switch it up. And last night, I was hearing about some reviews, and somebody dropped the album. Lil Wayne, Carter 6. Yeah. And he didn't go with the switch up. It sounded like some classic style Wayne with some Carter style beats. Like he was going, it was interesting. Interesting because of the feedback and the reviews and the comments that I was looking at. And a lot of people were saying that it was trash. They're saying Wayne need to pack it up. Lil Wayne needs to pack it up. Lil Wayne, Carter is trash. This is not what they was waiting for. Not their GOAT. Like, this is not my GOAT. This is not my GOAT. The GOAT's dead.
Yeah. I seen somebody said, this is who y'all was mad at Kendrick about. I was like, uh-oh. Y'all feel like that?
He should have had a Super Bowl, and this is what he's doing. This is it.
Yeah.
And I went back and I listened to the album. Usually I don't listen to a Wayne album. I've never been the biggest Wayne fan, but I've learned to appreciate him throughout the years and understand what he meant to the culture in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, and never his biggest fan. But I've grown to actually enjoy him a little bit later on in life. And I sat back and I listened to the Carter 6, not the whole album, but a good bit of the songs on the album. I'm like, this is not that bad. I'll listen to some more. Okay, this is actually pretty dope. The beats was on point to me. The bars was there to me. The delivery was there to me. And I'm like, this is quintessential Wayne of what I would expect for him to sound like in 2025. I ain't mad at it. But everybody else is saying that this is garbage, this is trash. And you mentioned something. You think it's because he didn't switch it up?
I think so. I think now you might even listen to more than I did. I listened to about 4 songs in total, but from what I get, it sounds like, what I would expect from Wayne, typical Wayne. Look, Wayne has never been the best songwriter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think a lot of Wayne's, what's great about him is the actual bars. You got to listen to what Wayne is saying, and he got good production. He picks good beats mostly, and it comes together to be something catchy in a lot of instances. I think people wanted to hear another Lollipop or some singles or something. People wanted to hear the big single or something, I guess, man. Like, because to me, it was just, that's about right for Wayne. You know what I'm saying? He was spitting, the production was solid. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had nothing to say about it. You know, it was like, I thought I was listening to what he was saying, and I'm like, he's killing like always to me. But I think people is just like, it sounds old to their ears now. I think Wayne probably sounds dated to their ears. And
it sounds like Curtis Blow to it sounds like what we thought Curtis Blow sound like in the late 90s, early 2000s. This is what Wayne is sounding like to the new generation.
The kids in 2025 is listening to Wayne. The YNs hear Wayne and they hear hip, hippity hip hop, you don't stop. And they not feeling it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just like, that's all I got. Because other than that, the other thing I'll say, some of his songs, right? The bars was there, but I wouldn't say that a lot of them have replay value aside from breaking down what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that could be part of the problem. Is like you have to find a balance between telling the story and, you know, making it well written.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can't give up. Like, you used to always talk about how great a rapper Jizza was. I think Jizza stinks, but it's because I don't care how many words you put together if it doesn't tell a story in the process. And the best rappers were always able to find a balance between the two.
Tell stories. Yeah,
you know,
they would tell the
story,
have something catchy,
and still holding on to your lyricism in the process. Yeah, and so maybe he's got too much lyricism and not enough catchiness to his songs. You know, but then again, it goes back to him not being a great songwriter to me. Anyway, he's not like the catchiest songwriter. I didn't think Jay-Z was either. Yeah. Jay-Z just found other people to do his hooks and stuff, and then that's what made it what it was.
Yeah, made it catchy. Like,
he was just a rapper. Like, you know, they're the same in that sense to me.
I feel like when Wayne does a Carter album, Carter 5, Carter 4, Carter 3, all the Carter albums, I feel like this album was in the vein of the progression of what the Carters are. It didn't deviate, in my opinion. I feel like, okay, this is a solid album or a solid project in the lineage of what we're talking about that particular body of work. Just another chapter to it. It wasn't a bad chapter to me. And I don't think
it's not gonna sound like 1, 2, or 3 at the end of the day. Yeah. He's not in that era no more.
But you know what's crazy? But I'm gonna challenge you on something real quick, because we mentioned that a lot of it doesn't bode well for the YNs who are, you know what I'm saying, they have a different ear tuned to what music is to them in comparison to what it is to us. But also I've seen a lot of our generation and maybe a little younger who looked up to Wayne saying that he's trash. Not those this is like Wayne's first introduction to their ear palette, but some who's in their late 30s and whatever, like our age and around that generation, who's saying Wayne's cooked. That's my problem too.
Everybody's saying it. It's not
the young people. It's our generation too. Those who grew up on saying it.
But this is my thing though. I think the internet is very monolithic. The internet is monolithic in thinking. The internet is like, who can we beat up today? Snap, we beating Wayne up. Hate it had to been you. Let's go get our kicks in. I don't even know if half the people that's talking mess listen to it. You know what I'm saying? And then the other half is they're going into it with the influence of what they are supposed to think. So for me, I heard it without knowing it was an album. Like, I heard a couple songs, like I played one thing and Wayne dropped a new song. Interesting. Not knowing Carter was out. Listen to the song, auto replay played another song for me. At that point, I kind of had my opinion. I'm like, these two songs. He dropped the album. I'm not going to listen to the album, but I heard these two songs. He's doing his thing on it, you know, and that was kind of where it ended for me. Then hours later, I heard everybody talking bad about it, but I had already formed my independent opinion of what I was listening to then. So And once again, I didn't listen to it in its full context. Sometimes you gotta listen start to finish to really know what the album is. So maybe it doesn't move well or this other stuff. But I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think none of the Carters moved superb. Like you said, it's just another extension of what it is. Carter 1 and 2 moved pretty well. He had his little interludes and skits and stuff. But I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it just is what it is, man. It just seemed like another Wayne album to me, man. You know what Wayne just doing what he does. He's mixtape rapping at the highest level is who Wayne is.
Yeah. So now that brings up another question for me now. Now that you mentioned that, because you just gave me another train of thought. So the ability for people to think independently. I know we had a problem before, right? Before social media was a thing, you know, a rumor spread or, you know, your section, your area that you're in, if everybody's saying, this is the way we're going to look at it, this is how we feel in this community. Over here in this community, we might feel a different way. And this is how we feel in this community. People buy into particularly like where they are in their region. Oh, us over here, we don't mess with Wayne. So the peer pressure of we don't mess with this style or this genre or this individual was an issue back then, but it was small in small pockets. Now that we have the ability to go on social media, everybody's looking for the click, right? And if I jump on the bandwagon of saying, nah, we ain't going with this, now everybody else, it leads everybody else to think that this is what it really is. The ability or the inability to think independently, I think a lot of people are falling victim to that and creating this environment or atmosphere of a lot of individuals who just don't have the ability to think independent. And I think that's something that I've always kind of like wore on my like I guess on my sleeve or I guess put on my back rather is regardless of what everybody else is thinking or however they think, I feel like I have the ability, a super ability to think as independent as possible from what everybody else thinks. And I just think that we're seeing that at a super high level now of that inability for people to think independently. Do you think that's really what's playing a part in this too?
It's got to be an element of it, man. It's got to be an element. Look, you're not a Wayne guy. I'm somewhat a Wayne guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yet we come to the same conclusion. It's not that bad. Why did we reach that conclusion? Yet everybody else has the opposite of conclusion. We reached that conclusion independent of what everybody else had to say. You know what I'm saying? Like before we knew that it was this, you said you knew it was that and it made you go listen. And you were like, this ain't what you mean? This is bad? This isn't bad at all. Like, and that's you as a guy who's not a fan or supporter of him to say that. I reached my conclusion before I knew everybody was against it.
For saying it,
yeah. So it's just like me and you concluded the same thing, which means there's got to be an element of everybody just jumping on the bandwagon of what's popular to say right now, because there ain't nobody else thinking like us. Like we the only ones that think this ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't make sense to me.
I scrolled and scrolled.
Guys who do music. That's the other thing.
Say what?
We're both guys who do music.
Yeah.
So
we have a music ear. Yeah.
We have a musical ear. I know if something's trash. You know if something's trash. You know if something you typically wouldn't like is trash. And for you to say it's not bad and say, hey, that's pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? Like that says a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? It says more than the average fan in a sense.
Yeah, that's like, it has to be the lack of people not being able to think for themselves. That's scary. That's scary.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't get it. It was shocking to hear that, man. It's like, man, and maybe it's Kendrick fans. Like he dropped that, so now they got a chance to get him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because he had a little beef. It could be the Kendrick fans managed to put Drake out of business, and everybody just jumped on board and just bullied him. You know what I'm saying?
That's another thing. That's another thing. Yeah, once people got on the idea of, oh, we don't mess with Drake. Oh, now we don't mess with Drake? Not the fact that he's been out since 2010 and we knew who Aubrey Graham was.
2009.
Everybody made a decision. 2009. 2008. Comeback season. It's not comeback season. Yeah, comeback season. What's that chick? I said, yeah, nah, that's early Drake. That's early Drake. I'm tripping. But no, like just the idea of okay, and listen to like my kids, my son, my daughter, and then even my students at work. When I like to play music in my class a lot, right? And then once upon a time when it was before the Drake thing, before the Drake and Kendrick thing, it was cool to play Drake in class. And then the Kendrick thing happened. Oh, we don't listen to Drake. I'm like, so I can't play Drake. Like y'all don't. He pretty much shaped y'all whole existence. And now y'all turn your back on Drake. I know 5 years ago when you was in middle school, you was listening to Drake, jamming to it hard. Come on now, like don't lie. I be calling them out. Don't lie. Or you don't listen to Drake. Nah, we don't fool with Drake. Get out of here.
That's what I'm saying. So I think it might be the Kendrick fans playing a part of it too. Like, you know, this is he came with our guy during the middle of everything with the Super Bowl. Now's our chance to get him. You know, because
that could be what it is. It could be an attack on Wayne because the whole Super Bowl Kendrick thing.
Yeah, and then you get moving the people who don't think on their own, who jump in with it. Like, hey, combine those two elements and you get this storm. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's got to be. Crack the code on it. So that's exactly what it has to be. That's exactly what it has to be.
Yeah,
I refuse to believe anything else. That was a combination of the lack of independent thinking. Here we are. That tells me we're cooked as a society. I mean, we've been cooked, man. But even more so, come on now. We're having a hard time.
Hey, and you know what's really funny to me, right, with the Wayne album is he's really birthed a lot of this sound that we have today with the auto-tune singy rappers. So he's, even with him being a little not current with what's going on, he's still going to kind of be within the sound of what's going on just based off of the fact they all his mini-me's. So it's kind of like us picking on Michael Jackson's moonwalk right now and saying Usher and Chris Brown got a better moonwalk. That's what we're watching. But he's still moonwalking like the rest. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like he's still not far off of what the sound is, even by accident. Like even by accident. So y'all should, in theory, like this, but you don't like it. So yeah, man. It's some outside stuff, man. It's some outside stuff. It's a play, but hey, it's gonna draw attention to the album. So for him, he'll probably get some more views.
Man, he's gonna get spins because people gonna listen to it just because they want to go and put their comment that they don't like it. So I mean, good, bad, or indifferent, he's gonna get some listens. He's gonna garner the attention that he's looking for. Maybe not the type of attention, but he's still gonna get some attention. You're gonna get some ears, and that's what matters the most. I guess. Right. Because when it comes to streams, nobody cares whether you like it or not. Engagement is all that matters.
Engagement is, he gonna get the engagement. But man, good luck to Wayne. Good luck to Wayne. Hopefully Wayne is smart enough to appreciate the engagement regardless of what it is. Because there are people who can go with having no engagement to getting engagement to being upset that they got engagement and saying the engagement is a distraction to them playing basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Segue.
I did that.
Beautiful segue,
that, my boy.
Beautiful segue. My gosh. Oh man. So
that's high level.
Are people do this complaining that they're getting attention when that's what they wanted was attention? Yeah. Or like what's good enough and what's not good enough? So I'm glad you made this segue. It was perfect. So I've been catching wind that we have WNBA players, women's basketball, who not too long ago was complaining about not making money, not getting the support that they wanted or that they needed, not having the ability to do certain things and travel the way that the NBA players travel and having certain perks of the NBA. But then now the WNBA is getting some attention due to, in large part, to Caitlin Clark, another large part to Angel Reese and Juju Watkins, I think is her name, and even Brittany Griner.
Yeah. All of this is helping women's basketball in general.
Yeah, and Brittany Griner, from what I've heard, is complaining that the WNBA is getting too much crowd participation, fans in stands causing ruckus and a bunch of hoopla and stuff like that, and actually attending games and watching games and heckling and doing what fans do in any sport across the world, whether it's soccer in Liverpool or whether it's rugby in Russia, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what attention gets you when you're trying to move your sport forward. You have fans buy in, fans pick a side. They root for who they want to root for. They boo for whoever they want to boo for. This is what comes along with the territory. If you want to move your genre or move your entity forward, it's what happens. And are you mad about it? I'm so confused.
I mean, that's the only way to get the big dollars is to get the tickets sold. From what I hear, they're close to making $1 billion, which would have been the first time that's been done. You know, so it's just like, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what was said in the clip that I listened to. I don't know. I didn't go check the numbers. But, you know, if that's the case, you should be happy. Don't be upset that the fans are distracting you from playing your best game. You know what I'm saying? It's just like...
and you a big trash talker. Like, for Brittany Griner to be such a big trash talker, especially towards NBA players and ex-NBA players, that you can't perform at your best because the crowd is yelling. You can't concentrate on the court.
Yeah. I know this is relatively new for someone like Brittany to have that many people showing up, making noise, but this is what you dreamed of. Every athlete that dreamed about performing dreamed of performing in front of a big audience.
A crowd,
like, you know what I'm saying?
You got their undivided attention. You got them on the edge of their seats. You know what I'm saying? And you rise to the occasion, or you don't rise to the occasion. But that's what you get paid for. That's where the bucks come in. And maybe it's because the dollars aren't amounting to the stress and the pressure that the fans are putting you on under right now. But guess what? You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So guess what?
If you can hold on long enough, it will.
Yeah, you step up to the plate in a moment where, okay, it's a lot of fanfare, whether they're there for you or Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark, whether you like whether those fans are there for you or them, doesn't matter. You got somebody, you got the stage, and they're watching. So what you gonna do when you got the ball and the ball's in your court? Make them a fan too, and then they become your fan, and then you get a bigger paycheck because you're on that stage. Like, I don't know if I want to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Well, no, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it.
Say it. We're in the middle of the show. Say it. Now's the time to say it. Just don't say it at the beginning.
Because we already got you anyway. We got you to this point anyway.
We got you here, yeah. If you're here to hear it, then you deserve to hear this. Go ahead.
Are women's emotional state stable enough to handle the pressure of the stage of something like the NBA? Like, can you handle it? Or are you gonna crash out? You're gonna get emotional? You're not gonna be able to perform like you, because I'm just saying,
look, man. There are gonna be some that will, and there are gonna be a lot who can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? And in fairness to women, it's the same applies for men also. You know what I'm saying? Just people in general, but it extra feels that way with women because we know the emotions y'all deal with.
Yeah, women are so emotional. They're so emotional. I mean, you can't crash out in the middle of an interview, in the middle of a game, like halftime interview, and you want to crash out on the refs. I ain't never seen that happen on a NBA level with any male basketball player. And if it did happen, I'm pretty sure that fine would be super hefty. Well,
I'm sure it's happened, but the fine is going to be through the roof. But
I haven't seen it. And if it has happened, it would have been plastered on ESPN all over the place. I've never seen anything like that happen.
I seen Bron jumping with both feet.
Come on, mid-interview, say, hold on, because those interviews are part of their job contract. Is that they give so many amount of interviews, like even at the halftime portion, end of the game, press conferences, that's part of their profession. It's written in their contracts that, hey, look, when TNT talks to you and you got whoever, and they're pulling you to the side and they got the microphone and ask you questions at the end of the game, that's part of your job.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a rough
to leave
time
that
to do it,
that situation to go yell and cuss out a ref.
That's rough. Because the mics is rolling, and we know those mics is hot, they sensitive, and they're right there in the area at the moment. It's different when you're on the floor. You know, they can control which cameras around and the microphones and pick
what
up certain
microphones
stuff.
picking up what?
But when you're there and it's like
prime time focus, cameras on you, mic is hot right on you.
Yeah,
and that's part of your job.
Yeah, it's time to be professional. Man. I think that the WNBA is gonna have some growing pains because this is all new to them. This is all new to them, this stage. So they got to get through this stage. You know, most of us don't know what happened when the NBA was going through this stage, you know, because most of us, they probably didn't have TV to watch all of the games when stuff like this happened. You know what I'm saying? Media was different during this infancy of the NBA.
There was no prototype. They got the prototype.
Yeah.
They got they have the umbrella. They got
you can follow the blueprint.
Yeah, you got the blueprint already set up in front of you. Back when the NBA was trying to figure out, it was no blueprint. It was them and the ABA trying to figure out what they were doing.
Yeah. In a different time frame too, a different era when things was more acceptable too. Like you can get away with some stuff in the 70s and 80s. You can't get away with.
Yeah, back then you can finish the half, sit on the court, light up a cigarette, and smoke the cigarette, and then put it out and go play.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Be fine.
Like, you be fine. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know, man. It's the stage too big, and I don't know, man. I'm not liking the way the WNBA looks, man. I don't know if it's just my algorithm trolling me, but the product don't look good. The product is not looking good to me. And I've been rooting for it. And we talked about this before Caitlin Clark and Ava Reed got drafted. We wanted to see the WNBA bloom and blossom. Even going back thinking about those fond times of Rebecca Lobo and Cynthia Cooper and Cheryl Swoops and Dawn Staley back when they was, you know what I'm saying, in their heyday when
Cynthia
WNBA
Cooper
started.
and all them.
I was rooting. I was like, yo, okay, WNBA. Like, I feel like they play better than how they play now. Like right now, I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen enough. And what I'm seeing is just all the low lights, but there's so many low lights to where I'm like, yo, I don't know what's going on. What is this? And you complaining about the attention that you're getting? Do you even deserve the attention right now? Come on now.
Hey man, it's the people. It's time for the stars to shine. You know what I'm saying? And take your craft as serious as you can at this point in time, because you're setting the tone for what's to come. And if you're mad at the fact that Caitlin Clark is the face, is quickly becoming the face, if not already the face of the league, now's your time to steal some of that shine. But I think the ladies need to really get locked in and focus.
You can't be mad if she's taking her craft seriously. If she's doing what she's supposed to do to up her game and be the product that people are paying for, you can't be mad at that. And I think it's a lot of hate going towards Caitlin Clark for what she does. But if she's taking the moment and she's taking the moment seriously, and she is garnering the attention that she's garnering and doing it rightfully, can't be mad at that. You can't be mad at that. If she's pushing out a better product than everybody else, then what y'all mad about? Get your product game up.
Yeah. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's all on you. You made it to the league now, so you're there. Now it's just a matter of seizing the moment. You know what I'm saying? And like an Angel Reese is someone who is right there in contention to be the top lady in the WNBA, but she's let me work. You know what I'm saying? But she's got to work on her actual game. You know what I'm saying? To get it to the point where it's
you got the stage.
Seize the moment.
You need to put some work.
Yeah, you got the stage, man. Just put the work in. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't ever forget that basketball is what got you here. Don't fall in love with the limelight or the Instagram likes and stuff like that, and just keep pushing. And you can, if you mad at who got the top spot, you can take it. You know what I'm saying? It's for everybody. It's available for everybody to take.
I think it's a lot of Caitlin Clark vitriol right now, and it ain't her fault. She's doing what she got to do. Be mad about it.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Who knows, man? Maybe one day. You know. Cheryl, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Some young WNBA player's daughter will come in and they'll take the throne. You know what I'm saying?
That hasn't happened yet, has it? That hasn't happened yet. There hasn't been any legacy. And you know what? I think in the NBA, like it's taken for like at least another generation of basketball players to come through to really take the game to the next level. So I don't know. We need some nepotism to take place. I don't know, Cheryl. What's up with your babies? Some of them got to be able to hoop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
let them carry on that Swoop's name.
Hey, it would be dope to see one of the ladies from the WNBA have a son or something go to the NBA also. It ain't just got to be a daughter.
That would be fire. That would be fire.
I would love to see that. Yeah. But, you know, I'm looking forward to some nepotism in the WNBA or coming out of the WNBA going into one of these other leagues, man.
Yeah. But somebody particularly not looking for nepotism. Somebody's running from it, ain't they?
Man, Miss Obama, Miss Malia Obama, or Malia, however you say her name. Is Malia? Malia Obama. Yeah. She ducking the nepotism smoke. She don't want no pieces of it. And there's a lot of people that don't want it, man. It always confuses me when people run from it like that. So Malia, right? She's trying to make her way in Hollywood, you know, getting out there, but she dropped her last name Obama. She's just going by Malia Ann at this point in time. Because she don't want to get nothing handed to her because of her last name or her connections. Yeah. Because she's an Obama. And maybe I'm going to speak this like a person who ain't never got nothing because of his last name, but I just don't get why. I don't get why children feel obligated to downplay their parents' legacy and helping them get to where they got to get. And I don't get why the general public is so mad when they see somebody reap the benefits of nepotism. When we had the Bronny James talk, you and I both supported it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But everybody else is mad at it. I just don't get the upset. We all everybody be like mad when DEI goes away, but then nobody supports nepotism. It's like they're cousins of one another.
Yeah. Like it only makes sense. And that's the way, for one, the world is kind of operated from, I'm not gonna say beginning of time, but from the beginning of our recent civilization, that's how we get our last names a lot of times. You know, well, you got the carpenters who were carpenters, like they have a family of carpenters. You're gonna be a carpenter, and I'm gonna teach you the game of carpentry. Or what's another last name? Miner.
Blacksmith.
You know what I'm saying? This is the family business. You're gonna go into be a blacksmith.
Yeah.
So if your father is a Curry, and this is what we do, we make basketball players named Curry. Guess what? We make basketball players named Curry.
Yeah.
Or if Malia decides to go into politics, which she probably won't, but you know, her parents they write books and they've been in media and stuff like that. On top of the politics, the politician stuff or the politics that they engaged in. Why not use the name Obama to get you what you need? Why not? This is what we do. We're Obamas. I'm gonna walk in that legacy. We are Obamas. You know what I'm saying? My dad was in the Marine Corps. If I could have used my dad's position in the Marine Corps up my position in the Army, I would have done so. Hey, Richardsons are a military family. I'm gonna give me an early promotion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I could use it to my advantage in my career field, I would have used it to my advantage in my career field. Which it's a weird thing for Malia though. Like, we know who you are. You're still gonna get looks because you're an Obama. Whether you take the name off your last name or not, or off your name, we still know who you are. People still know that you're an Obama. So guess what? Embrace it. Embrace the nepotism, man. Embrace it.
When young people realize that everything in the world comes from your relationships, then at that point you can embrace the nepotism. But it doesn't. Like, what is the difference if I'm in Hollywood and I become friends with this producer and they give me a role in a movie and that role is it leaps me into stardom? What's the difference between that and somebody giving me a role because I'm Barack's child? What's the difference? There's no difference in it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We've always said this from the beginning of time, as far as, hey, look, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And if the ultimate who you know is your mama and your daddy, thank you. You know what I'm saying?
What difference does it make? Because either way, you're going to get an opportunity when somebody gives you a chance and look out for you. You got to reap the benefit of somebody doing you a favor at some point.
Yeah.
You know how many promotions and jobs I got because somebody liked me on the inside? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only way it's ever happened. Anyway, I ever tried to grind my way up from the bottom, you just stuck in the grind. You know, it takes forever. So it don't mean that you're not capable of or deserving of your position, but it's going to take somebody to take a liking to you to give you the position. So if they like me because they like my pops or my mom, cool. Just let me get an in. I'll show you I'm worthy afterwards.
Especially if you have a name that's attached to something that hasn't been attached to controversy. You know, like, okay, if it's a controversial thing, I know that they're going to come for me because they don't like who my parents are.
That's one thing.
I might want to take the Epstein off my last name if that's my last name. I ain't going to be Epstein no more.
Right.
We're going to be Jepstein, or we're going to be Lepstein or something. We're going to restructure this whole thing. You know? I get that. But if you come from a positive background and you got a positive last name, and that last name is going to get you some positivity, use it. Why not?
Yeah, it's see, the problem is everybody. I get the thought process. Somebody's gonna want to make the point. Well, you know, they just want to earn their worth on their own and prove to themselves they can do it. You still got to do that, but the ultimate goal is to get a chance to show it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you still, even when somebody give you a chance, you still got to prove you deserve it.
You still got to show your worth. You go through that door. They open the door for you. A lot of times, it's not about how you get there, but it's about how you stay there. You know, what do you do?
That's what it's going to come down to regardless.
Yeah. Not everybody's
all they doing is opening the door for you.
I get that. But then at the same time, not everybody's going to stay there. Not everybody's going to use that platform to springboard themselves off of. Now, that was going to separate you from you and everybody else. Now, how you get through the door, that's on you. As long as you ain't doing nothing crazy to get through the door, by all means, the merit that gets you through the door is just your last name or who you're associated with. Cool beans. But now, how are you going to stay there? How are you going to keep that?
I think these kids really underestimate how difficult it is to get to the door.
Yeah.
The door is very tough to get to in a lot of circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Like in a lot of ways in my life, I'm just now looking at the door. They're like, it ain't open yet, but I'm finally looking at the door finally. How long that took? I was trying to look at the door 20 years ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so people don't understand the grind that comes with that, man.
If we could have cut down the 20 or 15-year process to get to where we are today, if I could have got here 15 years ago, that would have been great. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
I'd appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, like, I think also, you know, people want to be attached to that struggle that, hey, I had to get it out the mud. But getting out the mud,
it's overrated. It's overrated.
It's overrated. Hey, I got mine out the mud. Okay. Well, I'm glad yours was muddy. I want mine to be muddy. Right. It doesn't have to be. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I'm somebody who's always grinded and always worked hard and was never given, I'm not going to say I wasn't given anything, but things weren't handed to me as much as I would have liked to. Like, they had great parents and they looked out for me and took care of me. But anything else outside of the foundation they gave me, I had to work for it and I had to work to maintain it. So I appreciate the platform I was given. I didn't necessarily have to get it out the mud, but once I got going, I got dirty and I had to get it out the dirt. You know what I'm saying? I had to get it out the grime and maintain or grow to wherever I am now. But hey, look, if I got to get it from like all the way at the bottom, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with utilizing the benefits that you were given because somebody worked hard to give you those benefits. You can appreciate that. That is something to be appreciated. And I hope my kids appreciate whatever benefit I give them whenever it's time for them to try to approach and achieve whatever it is that they're trying to achieve. thank you, Mom, thank you, Dad, for getting me to this point to where all I had to do was go from here to here and not from down here to here. It's nothing wrong with that. I think we've been like rewired to think that we have to come from the slum to get to appreciation or to truly achieve success that we would like to call or deem success.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much pride in going the hard route. It's too much pride, man. I wish I could have took the elevator. I'm just getting to the top of the staircase of close to where I'm ready to look at the door now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like it's been a tiring route, and it's nothing to be proud of. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, yes, you can pat yourself on the back for I did it, but I was gonna pat myself on the back for I did it regardless of which way I took. As long as I got to where I was trying to go, you know what I'm saying? Like the route didn't have to be on the detour.
Level of difficulty is not going to change when once you get to that top floor. You get to the top floor, that level
you got to maintain it.
So what I like to have preserve some energy and some effort before I got to that boss level at the top. Yeah. Why tire yourself out before you get to the top? And you get to the top, you ain't got nothing left to give to maintain and sustain where you're at, because you already burnt out from getting out the mud, and then you blow it because you did something stupid or you crashed out or something because you struggled for so long, and then you got to the top and you think it's gonna be sweet, and it's not sweet at the top. Right. Still challenging at the top, but now you've been depleted because you tried to get it out the mud. Yeah. Now, for those who do have to, by all means, get it how you can get it how you live. But if you don't have to, why? Why go the hard route? Why make things harder for yourself? And you see that with a lot of kids when they get through those teenage years, and then they go stray away from what their parents try to set up for them, and they make it harder on themselves. They got to rewrite that, rewire that whole thought process.
So look, let me ask you this before we go into the reviews real quick. Why do you think as a whole society so anti-nepotism? Not just the people, but not just the people who are potentially reaping the benefits of it, but not just them, but people who watch other people receive it. Is that just haters and stuff like that?
Yeah. Haterism, jealousy, envy. You know, those who wish they had it like that. Because the thing is, like, those who have it like that, they're gonna make those who do have it like that feel bad for having it like that. So now, if I try my best to make you feel bad for having it like that, then I can pull you down to where I'm at to make you feel like we're in the same boat or we're on the same level. And then either that's gonna make me comfortable because I have somebody else who I pull down here with me, or I can try to take the advantage of, since I pulled them down, I can leapfrog them to get into those positions. But it doesn't bode well for anybody. And I think that's the reason why they try to make it seem like nepotism's this bad thing. And I think it only comes from certain cultures. It's not all cultures. It's not all areas of within our population who think that nepotism is a bad thing. Some cultures take advantage of it. They applaud it. They embrace it. They utilize it. They put it into play. They put it into action. But then you have certain cultures in certain areas who try to pull everybody else down because they don't have those advantages. I think that's pretty much all it is.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you, man. Well put. Hey, man, y'all start accepting your blessings, man. Stop turning it down, man.
Oh, yeah, man. Don't get money.
Going into a blessing and getting that. Right.
Yeah, I ain't trying to get money. I ain't trying to get money no more. I'm tired of that.
Yeah. But shoot, man, let's jump into these reviews of these cigars, man.
Okay.
So I don't mind kicking it off. I'll kick it off. Okay. For me, with this Lancero that I have here, this is about where I'm at in the process with this stick. Still got over halfway to go, And I would say this stick right here is definitely been a full body cigar. Definitely. And it's funny to know this little stick packs such a punch, but it's been a strong full body stick. Nice aroma off the cigar smoke. It's been very earthy, nice noticeable spices popping up throughout this stick. A lot of coffee notes I picked up within it. Some woody notes. And that's primarily what I picked up on so far throughout this smoke. I would say this cigar is it's an enjoyable smoke if you're this type of stick, man. What environment would I put it in? I guess it's a platoon stick. You know what I'm saying? It's just
there we go.
It's a platoon stick, man. I feel like I should be on the water with it, you know, and like I can kind of not be distracted by it, but at the same time doing stuff and having a good time and strong enough to let me know I'm enjoying a stick in the process. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, it's like an environment enhancer.
I feel like it's an environment enhancer. It didn't have enough notes jumping out at me where it's just like I'm just gonna be chilling and this is the moment, but at the same time, it's enough to keep you intrigued and keep you feeling good about smoking a cigar while doing other stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice little distraction. Have something in your hand, not too bulky, you know, nothing that's going, oh man, these notes keep jumping out at me. You know, what is this? It ain't going to be none of that, but you're also going to enjoy yourself. And with me saying all of that, I don't want you to think this isn't a good cigar because this is my father's, you know what I'm saying? So from 1 to 5, I'm going to ultimately end up going with a 4 even for this cigar because I don't think my father's can do much worse than that. You know what I'm saying? This is
I've experienced it.
about the bare minimum that you can get out of my father's. So I'm only holding it against it. Nothing with the construction, nothing with any of it. You know, the way this stick has been put together. Draws good. I enjoy everything about it. Just kind of simple so far of what I've made it into, but I'm still not even at the halfway mark. You know what I'm saying? But so that's why I dock it a little bit with points.
Yeah, with a Lancero, you have so much more to go. Like you just never know what a Lancero will throw at you. Like any particular type of curveballs, like throughout that length of that stick. So much more to explore. So I would imagine.
Yeah. So this stick is at a 4 even, could easily go up, doubt it'll go down. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it can only improve from here. But we don't have enough time for me to see if I change my mind. But that's where I stand with it so far.
Okay, all right. Shout out to my father. Shout out to that Lancero, the number 4. All right, so I'm smoking that Crux. I think that's how you say it. The Limitada, the show. And this stick came out the gate running. So definitely did not disappoint up until this point while I've been smoking it. I know last week I talked about this yellow that I smoked and how it kind of built on flavors. This one kind of happened in a similar fashion, but not that slow build like the Cielo did. This one was kind of like flavor, and then a couple of minutes later, another flavor added, and it was a quick build. So like the exponential build of this cigar with the flavors, I think that's probably why they call it the show. That might be why they call it the show, because it was very entertaining. You know, very entertaining as far as my smoke. It kept me intrigued. It kept me going back to figure out what note is this. Smoke a little bit more. What note is that? Retro held a little bit. Okay, what note is that? Even off the smell test before I lit it, got a nice little like a salted caramel type of aroma off the cigar, and even off the taste off the first couple puffs, like that salted caramel in the very beginning, a nice like an almond creamer. Like you put like a creamer, like an almond flavor creamer in your coffee. What it gave me. After that caramel, that salted caramel, then kind of evened out to like some earthiness, and then like a cashew peanut mix came in, probably right about where I'm at right now. So that nuttiness that is spoke on the with the description and the complexities is definitely there. True to form as far as what it kind of laid out. I always challenge these sticks anytime I know what the tasting notes are going to be, to see if it's actually there. And that nutty description is definitely there. Once you get to about this point, I mean, about that second third, the beginning portion of that second third, and that's where I kind of got that cashew type of taste. So good construction. I did have to relight this stick, twice? I put a torch on it twice. So maybe that was me. You know, I try to boast on how I kept my humidor up. Maybe that was me. I don't know. I'm gonna pin it on me and say maybe my humidor skills aren't where they need to be just yet. Not quite there yet. So I did have to touch this bad boy up twice. So maybe it's me. Maybe it's not you, it's me. But other than that, very well very well put cigar, very well constructed, and a very enjoyable smoke. And I had 2 bad boys I'm coming off. Well, actually 3. If I did not disappoint in comparison to the other big dogs that I smoked prior to. So Crux, you got a nice one on your hand. So this Limitada LE, the show, I'm going to give it a 4.3. 4.3. I want to say higher, but at the same time, I want to leave a little bit of room for improvement just in case I get a little bit more. And I think it has a whole lot more in store for me from where I'm at right now. But I'm going to say a 4.3, which is still a really, really strong score. I'm just not ready to put it in that 4, 5 and higher range just yet.
I get that. All right, that's what it is, man. Well, we appreciate everybody for tuning in to this week's episode of the Cigars and Everything Else podcast. Keep your sticks up high. Don't complain if you start getting attention, and get that money that your parents offering you. We out.
What's in the